Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Lucerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. The city of Wilkes-Barre has seen several shooting incidents over the past few days. Police were called to the Sherman Hills apartment complex Friday shortly before noon for a report of shots fired. Numerous shell casings were found at the scene, though no injuries were reported. A shooting incident happened around 3 Saturday morning on Vulcan Street, and another in the 200 block of Stanton Street around 1 Sunday morning, where witnesses say they observed an unidentified man fire shots at another man. Both the suspect and victim fled the area, and once again, no injuries were reported. If anyone has information on any of these incidents, they're being asked to contact the Wilkes-Barre Police Department. Police in Schuylkill County are also investigating a report of shots fired over the weekend. Pottsville police responded to 203 Howard Avenue around 9:30 Sunday morning for a report of shots fired. Witnesses told officers that they heard an argument take place between two men before hearing gunshots. One of the men was seen fleeing the scene on foot, and investigators found a spent shell casing on the front porch of the residence. Anyone with information is being asked to contact the Pottsville Police Department at 570-628-3792. A lawsuit's been filed against the Borough of West Hazleton and former police chief Brian Buglio. West Hazleton resident Paul DiLorenzo filed the suit in federal court after Buglio threatened retaliation against him for posting negative comments against the former chief and the borough's police department on social media. Buglio pled guilty to a federal count of deprivation rights under color of law and was sentenced last week to serve 2 months in federal prison, followed by 4 months of home confinement. DiLorenzo's lawsuit claims that the defendants acted jointly, denying him his right to free speech. He's requesting a jury trial and damages of $75,000 for each charge, as well as punitive damages and attorney fees. An Allentown man was taken into custody for allegedly stealing cooking oil from 2 Lucerne County businesses. 20-year-old Stephen Caraballo Matos was caught on surveillance camera last week stealing the oil from the B3Q Smokehouse in West Pittston and the American Grill in Exeter. The owner of the smokehouse tried to prevent Matos from leaving the scene last Wednesday by blocking him in with his own vehicle, but Matos rammed the owner's car with his van before escaping. Police caught up with Matos at his home near Allentown and brought him back to Lucerne County on Monday. He was charged with burglary, theft, receiving stolen property, criminal mischief, and reckless endangerment, along with numerous traffic violations. Police in Schuylkill County are searching for a man who was reported missing by family members on October 8th. 69-year-old Raymond Gower was last seen in Pottsville on October 1st. He's described as a white male standing at 5'7" and weighing around 120 pounds, with blue eyes and balding hair. Gower drives a gray 2016 Buick Encore with the license plate number LGY 3622 and sometimes uses a cane or walker to get around. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is being asked to call Pottsville Police at 570-628-3792. The Keystone State's Attorney General is expected to throw his hat in the gubernatorial race. According to a campaign spokesperson, Josh Shapiro is set to announce his candidacy for governor tomorrow. The 48-year-old self-described progressive is known for leading a nationally prominent investigation into sexual abuse of children by clergy. Shapiro is the only Democratic candidate to announce his run for governor. Incumbent Governor Tom Wolf is constitutionally barred from running for a third term. 2 local hospital systems that mandated employees get the COVID-19 vaccine have extended their deadlines. Geisinger employees will now have until the 1st of November to be fully vaccinated, while LVHN employees have until November 12th. Wayne Memorial Hospital in Honesdale and Commonwealth Health have not yet mandated employee vaccinations, but that's expected to change once federal vaccine mandates go into effect. President Joe Biden signed an executive order requiring all healthcare and nursing home facilities that receive Medicare or Medicaid funding to mandate employee vaccinations. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration and the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services are expected to issue formal rules, as well as a deadline for private employers and the healthcare industry. As many Americans who have received the Pfizer shots go for their booster shot, those who received Moderna or Johnson & Johnson are still waiting to learn when they can. That's the question that federal regulators will be discussing this week as the FDA gathers its independent advisors for the first stage of deciding whether additional doses of the other two can happen and who should get them. After advisors give their recommendation, the agency itself will make an official decision on whether to authorize the boosters. Then, the CDC will hold a panel to offer the specifics regarding who should get them, with the final decision resting on approval from the CDC director. They'll also be looking into the safety and effectiveness of mixing and matching different brands of vaccine. Maple Island Incorporated recalled rice baby cereal after inorganic arsenic levels were found that exceeded federal guidance. The company said it decided to issue a recall on the rice baby cereal out of an abundance of caution, which was manufactured for Walmart and sold nationwide through its stores and website. The voluntary recall only covers 3 lots of the Parents' Choice Rice Baby Cereal 8-ounce variety that were sold after April 5th. This is believed to be the second time baby rice cereal has been recalled over arsenic concerns since the FDA finalized a voluntary limit in infant rice cereals back in August of last year. Coming up on Wyln News, have you registered to vote? Plus, the Las Vegas Raiders have a head coach vacancy. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name's Jackson. It looks like it's sunny tomorrow.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on Wyln News and Wyln social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the Wyln News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
BLB Auto Sales, a division of Bush Automotive. BLB has deals that can't be beat. They carry trucks, vans, SUVs, sedans, and sports cars, and all at the lowest prices. Bush Automotive can handle all vehicle repairs since they do it all. Check out their specials: oil change and filter, just $19.95. Alignment, $49.95. Professional and good people. Call 570-454-7571.
What's on TV? Plenty. WYLN TV 35, the best in local programming.
The deadline to register to vote in November 2nd's election is quickly approaching. Pennsylvanians have until October 18th and can register, check their registration status, and apply for a mail-in ballot online at vote.pa.gov. The state's online voter registration system can also be used to update an existing voter record with new information, such as a change of name or address prior to the deadline. Pennsylvania voters have the option to vote by mail, vote now in person by mail ballot, or vote in person on Election Day at the polls from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Vote.pa.gov also offers printable voter registration applications, tips for first-time voters, county election office contact information, a polling place locator, and more. A teen entrepreneurship challenge is being offered locally to high school sophomores, juniors, and seniors. The Hazleton Launchbox Challenge is a free program that'll teach students key strategies for launching a product or startup, how to identify and solve problems, and how to work together as a team. Classes will be held remotely from 6 to 8 p.m. on Tuesdays, starting October 19th, with the last class on November 23rd. The challenge will conclude November 30th, with students pitching their ideas to a panel of judges in person at the Launchbox, which family and friends can attend. The best idea and presentation can win a $1,000 prize, while second gets $500. Visit hazleton.psu.edu to register or for more information. Jon Gruden resigned as coach of the Las Vegas Raiders after emails sent before being hired in 2018 resurfaced. Gruden stepped down after reports came out Friday that he frequently used misogynistic and homophobic language directed at Commissioner Roger Goodell and Raiders defensive end Carl Nassib, who came out as gay in June and became the first openly gay player to appear in an NFL game. Reports also showed that Gruden used a racist term to describe Union Chief DeMaurice Smith and others in the NFL. Though the league hasn't made the emails public, Raiders owner Mark Davis said last week that the emails were, quote, disturbing and not what the Raiders stand for. Gruden was in the fourth year of a 10-year, $100 million contract he signed with the Raiders in 2018. There's no immediate word on who will take over as the Raiders' interim coach. Our Wyln sports crew is gearing up to bring you game number 7 of the 2021 high school football season. We kick off with some live Bulldog Patriot action this Friday, October 15th, when we travel to Crispin Memorial for the Berwick-Pittston matchup. Tune in for your Friday night fill of Marty Burns, Joe DeMelfi, and our Wyln sports crew, bringing you the event, not just the highlights. Sponsored by Lehigh Valley Health Network, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner. No plans Friday night? No problem. Got some? Well, cancel them. Instead, tune in for your weekly dose of Friday night football and all the live local action right here on Wyln TV. Coming up on Coaldale's News Choice, we're talking child passenger safety on this Trooper Talk Tuesday. Plus, leading the way, part 2. Stay with us.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton has the health care you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. It's high school football time. Watch WYLN for all the local high school football action as we bring you the event, not just the highlights, like only WYLN can. The Game of the Week on WYLN TV is sponsored by Lehigh Valley Health Network, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner. For the best in local sports, watch WYLN TV 35, the event, not just the highlights.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Trooper Talk Tuesday here on WYLN. We are joined, as always, by State Trooper Anthony Petrosky. Welcome.
Good to be here.
Folks, recently we did a little coverage on an event that was going on at the PSP Barracks, the Troop N Barracks, and we kind of wanted to address, because this is something that we've actually realized we haven't talked about on here, and something that we wanted to talk about because it's important and it's ongoing. The thing is, we cover these events and we do packages on them, but the thing that I think we like to emphasize with the packages as well is that these events keep going on. This isn't, or at least this service that's provided for you keeps going on, and it's just something that you need to know about. So whether you're able to make it to the barracks to ask and find out the resources of how to properly put in a child's safety seat in a car, or if you can watch here at least and gain some tips and then reach out to them to get at least a few more tips. But we're going to just talk about it really fast. So let's start off. Tell us about the obvious, the safety behind a car seat for children.
Yes, so it's the proper way to transport a child in a car. And the right seat that you need is dependent on the size, height, weight, and age of the child you have. So I can't just tell you need this certain seat. You got to go by those factors there. But you have to buy the seat. Now, you can have the greatest seat in the world, the most expensive seat in the world, but if it's not installed correctly, it's not going to do anything. It needs to be installed correctly. The good thing is they come with instruction manuals. And I know a lot of parents, caregivers, they tend not to read them. But luckily for you guys, the Pennsylvania State Police has a lot of certified child safety seat technicians that can teach you how to properly put in the seat, myself being one of them. We offer this 365 days a year. You can call the State Police Barracks here in Hazleton. You can ask for me. We can schedule an appointment. Bring your car seat in. I'll check it. If it's good to go, you'll get a gold star and you'll be on your way for the day. If not, I will show you how you should properly install it. And you know, a lot of times I do tons of seats. Every week I have seats that come in and we check them. And most of them are done pretty good. There's just some little pointers that we like to show. And I mean, to become a technician, it's a week-long training. You go through a lot of stuff. You learn a lot of factors around car seats. So we like to teach parents and caregivers these factors so they know they could properly install it in case they get a new car, they get a new car seat, or they just want to transfer it to a different vehicle. They leave that check knowing that they could properly install the seat. It's all about the child's safety. We want to make sure that they're safe. A lot of parents think, well, I'm going to leave my kid rear-facing, but you know what? I want to turn them around because I think it's going to stunt their growth. That is not true. Rear-facing is the safest possible way, and you should stay there till at least 2 years old, And as long as your child still fits within the height and weight limits of that seat, keep them rear facing with that seat until you have to turn it around.
And so I guess with that's a great little thing that I didn't realize, and I didn't realize that people kind of that was a myth that was out there.
They think that because the feet are pushed up against the rear seat that it's going to stunt their growth, and that's just not true.
Huh. Well, I guess what are some of the, with that being said, what are some of the kind of the big tips that typically, like when anybody comes in, you're like, oh yeah, I like Gold Star, but there's a few little things. What are some of the biggest ones that you're usually giving out?
Harnessing. Harnessing is a big issue, and those are the clips that come down, basically the seatbelt within the car seat that secures the child to that seat. A lot of times the harness is way too loose. And how you check that is you go to the shoulder where the harness comes down on the child and you do the pinch test. If you could pinch a little bit of that, it's too loose. You need to tighten it so you could just not pinch any of the harness. We go over all this, we explain it. A lot of times parents, they can't get the car seat tight enough in the vehicle. Sometimes they over tighten it. You're allowed 1 inch wiggle room the way the seatbelt goes, so you can move your seat within an inch, it's still good to go. These are all tips we like to give out. And you know what, our ultimate goal is that the parent leaves there feeling confident and the child leaves there being a little bit safer.
And I guess for anybody who's kind of looking or new to the whole parental experience, any suggestions, as well as you being a parent as well, any suggestions for people as to like where to look and what's best to like consider when they're purchasing the seat, so like ahead of time they know right away what to get?
Yeah, do your research. Obviously you have to go with what's in your budget. Do your research. There's tons of car seats. Luckily you could go on YouTube and look at any of these seats. Also read your owner's manual of the vehicle to see where the seat can and cannot go. It can't just go anywhere in the vehicle. You have to check out where there's airbags. Sometimes it's not allowed in the second row middle position. That's why you have to refer to your owner's manual of the vehicle. We go over all this. Parents to be or current parents, if you want your seat checked, please give me a call at the Hazleton Barracks. I'd be more than happy to. Also, I have to throw this out there because this is the million-dollar question. When can my child sit in the front seat? No child can sit in the front before the age of 13 years old. We get that a lot, so there's a little tip for you parents.
All right, folks. A little bit of a crash course in child safety seats and keeping your child safe in the car, but it's honestly, it's super important. Remember that if you're looking for the right resources, you're looking for help with this, please contact the troopers at Troop N. They can help you. I've seen them do it. I've seen them give the advice. I've seen them set up the seats. It's really funny to watch.
And it's a free service too.
It's great to watch them crawl into the car, help set up, but it's also really important, and it's super great to just keep your children safe in the car. So thank you for talking with us.
My pleasure.
And thank you folks for joining us here on Trooper Talk Tuesday on Wyln.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns, host of Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazleton area high school football. Join us every week as I'll be joined by head coach Dennis Bookman as we go over past Hazleton area opponents, we'll look ahead to a future opponent, and have a guest from the Cougar football program. That's all this season on Sports Talk, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, State Trooper Anthony Petrosky is leading the way again into part 2 of this week's series.
And welcome back to this week's Leading the Way with Anthony Petrosky. So, being a trooper, we're going to go into your role specifically with PSP Hazleton Troop N. But being a trooper in general, what does that come with for people who don't realize the training that comes with it and where troopers are and what they do just in general, aside from just, I think a lot of people mistake and think, just another police officer, but there's so much more to state troopers in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, in the Pennsylvania State Police, there's roughly about 50 specialized positions. But before you can even get to one of those positions, you have to complete the State Police Academy. Our academy is approximately 26 weeks long. You have to stay there. It's in wonderful Hershey, Pennsylvania, right across the street from Hershey Park. So you get to hear everybody having fun while you're running 6 miles in the morning and doing push-ups till you can't feel your arms. But our training academies, it's excellent. You're there. You can go home every other weekend as long as you pass your room inspections, your physical fitness, your written tests. There's a lot that goes in with the academy. You learn how to be a trooper there. You are taught how to be a trooper. You learn everything from handling criminal investigations, crash investigations, to active shooter incidents. It's wonderful training. It's great. It's grueling. It's intense, but it's worth it. On top of that, you actually have jobs while you're there. So, our stables are there where our horses are kept, our kennels where our canines are kept. We have to take care of them. Horses don't like cadets at our academy. They like to kick a lot. So you have to be careful around the horses. But there's a lot that goes into it. You start your day at 5 in the morning and you're probably up until about 10 o'clock at night. And again, that's 26 weeks long. But it pushes you, it makes you stronger, so when you get out here on the street, you're ready to go. Once you graduate, you become a patrol trooper. I was in patrol in Hazleton for 10 years. And it's a great job. You never know what you're going to expect. You never know. Your day can be boring, you might not have any calls, or your day could be full of calls nonstop for 8 hours straight. But it's part of the job that I like, the unknown. You never know what you're walking into. It could be very dangerous, it could be very simple. Regardless, we're there to help people. 10 years I did patrol, and then the last 4 years I've been doing my current position, which is a community services officer. And that is a specialized position. So that's why you see me on the TV all the time. That's one of the functions that I do, is as a public information officer. Talk to the community members, talk to the media, update them on critical incidents, update them on events that we're handling, and just talking about the Pennsylvania State Police. It's a wonderful job. I enjoy doing this, being out in the community, and being a liaison between the 4 counties that I work and the Pennsylvania State Police. So it's a wonderful job, and I love interacting with the community.
All right, folks. Check back tomorrow night as Trooper Petrosky continues leading the way into part 3 of this week's segment. Good night.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.